Hi there, welcome back. We got episode number 7 of Buffy. The last one was really good. It was self-contained. It was about Tara and the fact that she's not a demon after all. It was really good. Thank you again to Nicole for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed having her on my channel. She will be back. She promised she will be. And we've got something in the pipeline as well. A little surprise. Potentially for Halloween. So we'll see how that goes. But something to look forward to for me at least. And for Nicole hopefully. And hopefully for you. Yeah, so this is episode number 7. I can't think what it could be about. Maybe we're back to Dawn, maybe we're back to the Beast, or the Abomination, as she's also called. So yeah, maybe it's that. So anyway, let's get to it.
The fast-growing field of personal grooming's come a long way since you became a vampire.
Is he a biker or something? Or a rocker? Very hard to see. No! No? What? That's the first time we've seen a new vampire get the better of Buffy. It's the first time we've seen any vampire get the better of Buffy. Oh, apart from the Master. Oh my god. Okay. I hope she's okay. I mean, she's going to be right. There's lots of episodes left, but yeah. I'm not sure what damage that's done. Got staked by her own stake in the stomach as well. That's going to be painful. I mean, it's going to be painful anywhere, right? But oof. I couldn't see him very well, but it looked like he was all in leathers. Maybe he's someone who's better than she thinks he was. Someone, I don't know, someone who isn't a new vampire, maybe. Or maybe she just got careless. Oh my god. This could be a dream. Shit. Oh wait, is Spike gonna come to her rescue? Come on, Spike. That's gotta be Spike, right? Oh. Oh, it's that. Is it Xander? Oh shit, she's passing out. What the fuck? Is that Xander? I can't see. I think it's. Oh no, it's Riley. Riley, of course. Riley. He's still got some strength then. Oh, he's a pretty strong guy anyway, right? Oh my god. Got her back home.
I can't believe I passed out.
Oh, she seems okay.
I'm a total wuss now.
Oh yeah. Like a girl who can play a few hard sets of tennis with a major stab wound.
No major organs got kebabbed.
I still think you need to see a real doctor.
Boyfriend who comes complete with combat medical training? That's just a Buffy Summers bonus.
Yeah.
Tell me about the bad guy. Or guys. What do you think they were? How many?
One.
So what? He was like a super vampire or something?
Brand
No,
new.
he was the regular kind. He just beat me.
That ever happened before?
In the best physical shape of my life. I mean, if you're asking how it happened, I don't... Dawn!
Sorry to interrupt the sexcapades. I just wanted to tell you that
Sexapades, did she say?
Mom's coming.
Shit.
Hi, Riley.
Cover up.
Hey, Miss Summers. How you feeling?
Oh, mine. Some nail polish experiments are due before they
Oh.
even begin.
Bless Dawn.
But you keep pushing the envelope, honey.
But does Dawn know what's up here? I guess so.
Did I just pull a Slayer-related mom cover-up thing? Who's the man?
You are. A very short, annoying man.
Oh.
If I show you something you promise you won't tell.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
I mean, gross.
And Mom cannot know.
I was going to say, why would she worry Dawn about this? But Dawn's not worried.
Just lucky it's not bikini season.
So, Dawn takes household duty. I'll take tonight's patrol. Just a sweep.
Do me
Is
a
this
favor
where Riley
to
dies?
take the gang along with.
I will patrol with the group tonight.
When do I get to patrol?
Good idea.
Not until you were never.
Not until Yeah, I guess Dawn didn't know how serious it actually was, although it missed the organs, so but it could have been a lot worse, right? Right, has he gone on his own? Oh no. Signal.
Hand move.
He got
You see that?
chips.
Does that like mean something?
It's code. I think it breaks down to choo choo.
It probably means to follow him. That or wait here for
Yeah.
him.
No. Oh no. They're just gonna... He thinks he's got back up here, they're just gonna leave him to it.
Hey, Riley! What's the, all about? It means yell real loud so the vampires who don't know we're coming will have a sporting chance.
Are we not being covert enough?
We're sorry. We'll be sneakier. Promise.
Oh yeah.
He's like a cat. You know, a big jungle cat. How come I'm not like that? It's just so cool.
Xander should still have the military info in his head, right? Or is that gone now?
I've been training harder than ever and still And there's nothing in any of these books to help me understand why. Look, I realize that every Slayer
Part of the
comes
job,
with an
isn't it?
expiration mark on the package.
Yeah. Well,
I want mine to be a long time from now.
I wasn't specifically
cheetah.
thinking of death, but
If there are just a few good descriptions of what took out the other Slayers, maybe it would help me to understand my mistake, to keep it from happening again.
The problem is, after a final battle, that it's difficult to get any. Well, the Slayer's not.
yeah,
Rather
not very
It's okay
talkative.
to use the D word, Giles.
dead,
Yeah.
and hence not very forthcoming.
The journals just stop.
I suppose if they're anything like me, they just find the whole subject too.
Unseemly.
I guess that's it for them, isn't it? They retire when their Slayer's dead, I guess.
You watchers are such prigs sometimes.
Painful, I was going to say.
Is that how it works, by the way? If Buffy died, Giles retire and a new one come forward?
No one left to tell the tales. What?
Of course, Spike killed a couple, didn't he?
Are you feeling all right, Slayer? This stuff usually hurts.
Don't even start, Spike.
What do you want?
He's enjoying this.
Slayers. You killed 2 of them.
I did.
Said that
You're gonna
like he'd
show me
forgotten
how.
or something. I mean, he will as well. He likes her now, doesn't he? So he'll help her. It's in his benefit, this.
It's about 2 Slayers. One in China during the Boxer Rebellion, one in New York.
Hmm?
Both got killed by you.
A blow-for-blow description you can map out and memorize? It's not about the moves, love. And since I agreed to your little proposition, we can do this my way. Wings.
What?
Spicy buffalo wings.
He's getting her to basically take him to dinner.
Some nasty thing got a taste of you.
Don't get all excited.
Figured it out.
I'm fine.
No one's narrating on an empty stomach here.
Were you born this big a pain in the ass?
What can I
Definitely.
tell you, baby?
Baby.
I've always been bad.
Everything's sexual for him now with Buffy. Turning this into a date, a weird date.
Better.
Very weird date. Is this?
It's a perfectly perfect word as many
See his
words
face
go.
at all.
But the bother is nothing rhymes, you see.
What's going on here? It feels like this is back in time. Oh, is this about a Slayer death?
Cecily.
Oh my god, why is this episode so dark? I want to see this guy's face. I can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's very clear for anyone. Yeah, London 1880, okay. Ooh. Near Jack the Ripper time.
I prefer not to think of such dark, ugly business at all. That's what the police are for.
That sounds a bit like Spike. I can't see his face very well. It's so dark.
Rescue us from a
Not
dreary
Spike, obviously,
topic.
but
Careful.
I think it is.
Please, it's not finished.
Don't be shy.
Is he playing this guy because he's narrating this story?
Your beauty, effulgent. Effulgent.
What is that wig they've given him?
And that's actually one of his better compositions.
Have you heard? They call him William the Bloody because of his bloody awful poetry.
It suits him.
Oh, it is. It actually is
I'd rather have
Spike.
a railroad spike
Okay.
through my head than listen to that awful stuff.
Cecily?
Oh my god, no way. Oh, so they called him that because of his poetry. I thought Giles said he was a killer as well in life.
I'm going to ask you a very personal question. And I demand an honest answer. Do you understand?
Was he a nice guy? Like,
Your poetry, it's not written about me, are they?
They're about how I feel.
Yes, but are they about
this
me?
is so weird.
Every syllable.
Oh, God.
Wait, 1880? He's not a is he a
Please,
vampire?
if they're no good, they're only words.
No, he's not, is he? He's not a vampire here. Angel side him, right? So this is pre that, I guess.
I know I'm a bad poet, but I'm a good man.
My god, he was a
I
good
do
man.
see you. That's the problem.
Oh my god, this is totally unexpected.
You're nothing to me, William. You're beneath me.
Oh. Oh, bless him. Never in a million years would I have thought this was his life. Oh my god. This show, man, it's tricked us again. It's tricked me. Bless him. Does he get turned now? Angel find him now. We're going to see more of his life. I hope so, because I'm enjoying this. I wish I could see it better, but it's okay.
And I wonder what possible
It's true.
catastrophe came crashing down from heaven.
Can't see her face at all, but I think it's
Brought
true.
this dashing stranger.
Wish to be alone.
I see you. A man surrounded by fools who cannot see his strength.
Quite close enough.
Wait, it was Angel that turned him, right? He's here, right? I don't think it was Drew.
Imagination.
Maybe it was.
Walk in worlds the others can't begin to imagine.
Yes. I mean, no. I mean...
Brian, bless him.
Mother's expecting me.
Mother. I always live as his mum. Oh, bless him. Oh my god.
Do you want it?
Oh, yes.
Wait, it was Angel that signed him, wasn't it? Maybe it was Drew. Maybe this was her first.
God, yes.
Doesn't seem like it though. She seems quite experienced. She got him while he was at his most vulnerable as well. Ow! 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 No! And here starts a legend. Oh my god. That's Spike. Oh, we're back. You're just strolling around a cemetery. I assume the only time we see them in the cemeteries really is when they break the turf, but I guess not. Guys sticking around. I'd say the only time, mostly. Started to learn his hand signals now. That's a universal on that though, isn't it? Okay, there's a gang of them, is there? It's a nest. A new nest. Just a hangout. Goodness, it's pitch black. This whole episode's going to be like this, I think.
There's too many of them. We'll come back at daybreak when they're asleep and we're better armed. It's okay. We can kill them just as dead in the morning.
That many and that guy as well. You need Buffy.
Don't make it sound like something you'd flip past on the Discovery Channel. Becoming a vampire is a profound and powerful experience.
Right, so that was him telling her about the story. Okay, it's his life story he's going to give her.
I was through living by society's rules. Decided to make a few of my own. Of course, in order to do that, I had to get myself a gang.
Perhaps it's my advancing years that makes me so forgetful of William.
Okay, so they haven't turned him yet.
We barely got out of London alive because of you. Everywhere we go, it's the same story, and now...
You've got me and my women hiding in the luxury of a mine shaft. All because William the Bloody likes the attention.
We're vampires.
All the more reason to use a certain amount of finesse.
Bollocks!
They have turned him.
I think our boys are going to fight.
The King of Cups expects a picnic. But this is not his birthday.
Good point.
He said birthday's so weird.
Come on, when was the last time you unleashed it? Don't you ever get tired of fights you know you're gonna win?
No, a real kill.
Fight was like this really early.
Without that, we're just animals.
Now you're getting it.
If I can't teach you, maybe someday an angry crowd will. That, or the Slayer.
What's a Slayer?
No, he doesn't even know what the Slayer is at this point. Okay.
Slayer was the subject of cold sweat and frightened whispers.
So how'd you kill her?
Lesson the first. A Slayer must always reach for her weapon. I've already got mine.
Why isn't grabbing her like this hurting his head, by the way? Kind of being a bit violent.
Become a vampire. Got nothing to fear. Nothing but one goal. That's you, honey. Back then, it was her.
Gonna get to see this Slayer then. I really hope I can see her properly. It's her. I can't see. It's so dark. He's loving this fight. Don't know why that surprised me, but okay. So yeah, he did say China. Okay, where is the other one? Is it back in England? Ops Rebellion. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but of course, Slayers around the world. It wouldn't just be the US, right? I guess it's just random where they appear. It's kind of weird that Faith became the Slayer then, because well, not really. I guess it's where the vampires are at the time. The most vampires. What was? Oh, that was outside. Okay. So during this rebellion, they're having this fight. Okay. Oh, that's sort of how he grabbed hold of Buffy, right?
Go sort the mama.
Oh.
Sorry, love. I don't speak Chinese.
Oh no. So I guess his vampire attitude is almost like a...
Used to this.
It's almost like a revenge thing because of how he was treated in his life. Wow, okay. It's almost like the bullied became the bully, almost, right?
Look at the wonderful mess you've made. Spike.
I wonder if her blood did anything special to Spike. Kind of did with the Master. Well, it freed him, right? Okay, this is the start of them, is it?
You ever hear them say, the blood of a slayer is a powerful aphrodisiac?
Aphrodisiac. I knew he was going to say. Okay, obviously.
Have a taste.
They were both really nice people in life, these two. Who'd have thought? Oh my god, this is so good. I'm really enjoying this.
So where have you two been?
May I tell?
They're on a double date here.
My little Spike just killed himself a slayer.
Oh, is Angel going to be jealous about this or angry about this because it's reckless?
Congratulations. I guess that makes you one of us.
Yeah.
I figure there's a new chosen one getting all chosen as we speak. I'll give you first crack at it.
No. I don't think Angel's happy about this.
I smell fear.
I think it's jealousy.
And this whole place reeks of it.
What a shot that is. He's practically giddy, Spike.
That's the best night of my life.
It's good, actually, from what I can see of him. So dark.
I've had some sweet ones.
You got off on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Meet Spike.
Suppose you're telling me you don't?
Oh, killing
How
vampires.
I reckon you've done is for one of us, just one, sooner or later, to have the thing we're all hoping for.
And that would be what?
But not really with Spike now that he likes her.
One good day. Hey, you've gotten so good, you're starting to think you're immortal.
Not really.
Did he forget there or? I don't think so.
So that's
Worth
it?
it.
Lesson over?
Not even close.
Come on.
I've got a horrible feeling that this could be right. This could be the end for Riley. I've got a feeling he's going to go out of it. Kind of a spare part at the moment. I like him though, but
Mostly dead things.
God, he just walked in on his own. What in the fuck? Ow! Oh, he's blown it up. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that. Okay, that makes sense. But he's going to take them all on his own then for a second.
You wanna know how I beat him? The question isn't how'd I win. The question is why'd they lose.
What's the difference?
Didn't even
Big
flinch.
difference, love.
How'd you kill the second one?
A bit like this. If there's no intent to hurt you, then that chip they shoved up my brain never activates. If, on the other hand... See, now that hurt.
Yeah? This hurt too?
So wait, when he pulled the trigger that time with the gun with Xander, did he actually try and do it? Let's see.
You're not ready to know.
I'm ready.
Okay, then. We're like this.
Oh, that was good. Oh, what the fuck? Sid Vicious. Oh, New York. Is that where the next one? Okay, that's New York's the next one. Okay.
First one was all business. For the second, I shared a touch of your style.
This is awesome. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a slow. There's been 3 in the US. Guess that's where the most vampires are then, at this point. Look at them. Oh my god. Oh. At least I can see this fight. There's actually some light. Pike to the death on a train, abandoned train it looks like.
She was cunning, resourceful.
Abandoned carriage at least, everyone left.
I could have danced all night with that one.
You think we're dancing?
That's all we've ever done.
It is like a dance, isn't it?
You never get to stop.
God.
Every day you wake up to the same bloody
This is so
question,
good.
It's today the day I die. Death is on your heels, baby. And sooner or later, it's gonna catch you. Part of you wants it.
Sure about that?
Because you're just a little bit in love with it.
The danger. I thought you meant wants death, but yeah, wants the danger that the job brings, which is death. God. Great. Oh shit! Good move, Spike.
Death is your art. You make it
Wow.
with your hands, day after day.
This is filmed
That
so
final
well.
Gasp. That look of peace. Part of you is desperate to know what's it like. She merely wanted it. Every slayer has a death wish.
True.
Even you.
He's figured it out, has he? Is that how he's killed 2 of them? Has he actually figured it out? Maybe. I think Buffy wants to die though. The kind of trauma the job brings though, the Slayer job. It wouldn't surprise me. They wanted an end to it.
The only reason you've lasted as long as you have
So
is you've
good.
got ties to the world. Mum.
I like how he's talking there and it's coming here.
Sooner or later, you're gonna want it. The second that happens, you know I'll be there. Have myself a real good day. Here endeth the lesson.
It endeth the lesson.
I just wonder if you'll like it as much as she did.
Get out of my sight, Spike. Now.
You're the Slayer. Do something about it. Hit me. Come on.
Oh, he's really
One
getting
good
off on this.
swing. You know you want to.
I mean it.
So do I. Give it me good, Buffy. Do it.
Spike.
Oh, he's not gonna try. Oh shit.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh my god.
Come on. I can feel it, Slayer.
No.
You know you want to dance.
No. Buffy. Oh, Buffy.
It's true.
No, don't say it's true.
Say I do want to.
Does she? Does she want to?
It wouldn't be you, Spike.
Well, okay. Oh,
It
this
would
little
never
face.
be you.
Oh my god, he's been rejected again, like at the start.
You're beneath me.
Oh shit, I thought I thought she was gonna say exact same words, okay. Oh my god. Oh, bless him. Oh god. About bringing back an old trauma. Oh my god, he's back to pre-vampire Spike in his head. Oh, bless him. How do I feel so sorry for Spike? Oh shit. Oh gosh, revenge time again. He can't do any revenge, can he? He can't do anything. Oh my god, what's he doing?
Spike, what are you doing?
Beneath me. I'll show her.
How? You can't do anything.
6 bloody feet beneath
Can't pull the trigger.
Hasn't got a death wish.
He's lost his mind.
Bitch won't need one.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, this is absolutely fantastic, this episode.
Don't drive a stake through my heart like last time, but you can't kill Buffy.
Yeah, she was wearing that ring last time.
How are you gonna kill her? Think. The second
He's really
you
not
even
thinking,
point that
Harmony.
thing at her, you're gonna be all and then
Gonna
you'll
get her to
bitch
do it.
slapped up and down Main Street unless
Bitch
she turns
slapped.
up and just stakes you.
Sure, it'll hurt like hell for about 2 hours.
Yeah, but you can't actually pull the trigger.
Just a little longer than that.
You couldn't kill her before you got the chip. You had plenty of chances.
Yeah.
Why can't you kill her?
You're the one who keeps bringing her up. I haven't said a word
oh.
about the bloody
Oh.
Slayer since we left California.
She went off to South America, didn't she?
Floating all
Later.
around you.
You keep punishing me. Carrying on with creatures like this.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys obviously have a thing going on here.
She getting with this demon or something? Fungus demon.
Ashes.
She was
So
with the
this is
fungus.
my fault now.
You got like
I didn't know she was seeing somebody. I should take off.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
a stag.
You're all covered with her. I look at you. All I see is the Slayer.
Wait, what? I missed a bit of that. So did he like this Slayer as well in 98? Wait, 98? Oh shit, that's when they went...
Are you okay?
Oh fuck, I got the dates fucked up. Right, so that was when he left Sunnydale. Okay, because she went to... yeah, okay, I get it. Sorry, I completely got my dates mixed up. 98 seems so long ago.
You know, the nothing that I've been dealing with the last couple of weeks, it might not be nothing.
What is it?
Got an illness.
I'm staying overnight at the hospital for observation. I'm getting a CAT scan. It's only one night.
Guess it must have been just a conventional illness, because it wasn't Dawn, right?
Didn't see it before. I'm gonna be fine.
Oh no.
I know you will.
She's not going to lose her mother, is she? Oh shit. Maybe some sort of brain tumor or something. Oh my god. Spike. I thought he couldn't pull the trigger. I know he gets pain, but I thought he actually physically couldn't do it either. Is it just the pain? If he's really determined, maybe he can take this pain. Oh, Spike, now's not the time, mate. It's never the time, is it, for this, but...
What do you want now?
Not going to be able to. Still loves her.
What's wrong?
But you can feel her pain, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is there something I can do?
Oh my god. Oh my god. And he knows what she needs. She just needs someone there. And he just doesn't need to say anything. Oh my god. Who'd have thought? They're both in pain, aren't they? Oh my god. That was fantastic, that episode. What an episode. Oh, I can't even... Hold on. My mouse stopped working. Oh my god, please work for me. I need to talk about this episode. Okay. That was fantastic. Let me just get rid of this black screen. I'm sick of looking at a black screen. The only thing about the episode, well, it's a regret really that I didn't watch that off camera. Because it was so dark that I couldn't see a lot of the times, but it's okay. With the lights, but it's okay. I really wanted to at some points there as well. I could see okay, but I really wanted to see his facial expression better, but I could see it, but I just wanted to see it really clearly, you know? That was so good. That was... Is that my new favourite? Oh my god, it could be. I loved episode 22 of the last season, though. I think this was... Oh, episode 22 was filmed really well as well, though. I was going to say, I think this was the best filmed episode. The way, the cuts they made, the transitions, particularly with Spike during the subway fight on the train. That was unbelievable, the way they did that. I really love that. I've seen that kind of thing before. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie Hot Fuzz. But they do some excellent transitions in that movie as well. It's worth watching just for the transitions. And yeah, kind of similar vein, this episode of Buffy. Yeah, just really good. Really, really excellent. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about. Jesus, okay. See, I got a little bit confused with the date there. It said 1998. I think I must have thought it said 1898 or something. I don't know. I probably read it out loud and said 1998. It just didn't register. I did think when I saw that, I thought, hang on a minute, South America, that's where she went when Spike said when he came back, right? That she'd met, I think he said that must have been the fungus demon. I think he said fungus demon, right? When he was outside with Buffy, when Buffy met him in the club. Was he with, he might have been with Harmony there. And they had a victim, didn't they? He like ran off and she followed him outside. Oh, that was the episode with the ring, I think. Yeah, so Harmony was there, I think. Yeah, that was the episode with the ring, I think. And yeah, he told her that he'd left her in South America. He'd found her or something in South America, yeah. And yeah, she'd met a fungus demon. She'd left him for a fungus demon or something, right? So that must have been the fungus demon. He looked like a stag or something. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what they're fucking called. What are they called? How have I forgotten that? I don't... it's gone out of my head. It's completely gone out of my head, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I guess that was... fungusy type, just so dark. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe fungus demons have that like a stag. But antlers. That's it. Okay, antlers. That's the word I was thinking about. How did I forget that? Oh my god. But yeah, so it looked like he had antlers to me, but maybe fungus demons have that, or maybe it's fungus and I just couldn't see it very well, and it's like sprouting fungus or something out of his head. I don't know what Drew was thinking about going with him. I don't know, to be honest. It was dark, but having seen him and the fact that he is a fungus demon, I don't know what she's thinking there. That's a bit of a step down from Spike, right? Who actually looked quite dashing, actually, didn't he? He really did. Later, with the longer hair, when he became a vampire and he was with the gang, the vampire gang, Angel, Darla and Drew. It's really great seeing them four together. It's really good. they're all great characters. They're all great individual characters, and together it's like, I don't know, like the A-team or something of the vampire world. Yeah, he looks quite dashing, Spike. So what she was thinking going with him, I don't know. Like Spike said, you hanging out with this guy kind of thing. Not those exact words, but he said something like that, right? So he was baffled by that, yeah. So I guess she's still there then with that fungus demon, I guess, if that's what it is, a fungus, I think so. I guess she's still there with him, okay. So I wonder now, we might see her in the present day at some point, because she's back in Angel. Well, she's back in the past in Angel, as she was in this episode. But the fact that they're using the actor again, she might be back to present day, right? They might bring her back for the present day. I hope so. The version of Darla's back, right? I mean, not quite the vampire version, but I suspect she'll become a vampire again at some point. But human Darla's back in Angel, so yeah, I can see the old gang getting back together at some point. Or can I don't know now, because Spike's really into Buffy. Right, so that ending, I thought initially, the first thought was, he can't do it because he loves her. But actually, maybe he recognised her distress and how she'd be feeling there. I mean, he doesn't know why, right? I wonder if he thought that had something to do with him, maybe. I don't think so. But obviously, she was upset. He knew that. He didn't know it was because of Joyce. A really weird thoughts just occurred to me about Joyce. If Joyce turns out to have some sort of terminal illness, because it's kind of looking that way. I mean, I'm taking a big leap there, but it's feeling that way. The way to live forever. But obviously Buffy wouldn't want her to become a vampire, but I don't know. Could that happen? Maybe. Send her off somewhere and let her live as a... No, because Joyce wouldn't want that, would she? She wouldn't want that. Of course she wouldn't. I'm just thinking it's possible. It's a possibility, isn't it? It's a possibility. Okay. Oh my god, that'd be so weird. That'd be so weird. But yeah, hopefully we don't see that, because I don't want to see Joyce like that. I don't want to see Joyce dying at all, but I've got it in my head now that she might have some sort of terminal illness. The biggest surprise is that William the Bloody, it turns out it wasn't anything to do. So I guess those books were wrong. I was going to say it wasn't... God, I can't even finish the sentence. I'm so excited. So William the Bloody wasn't anything... that nickname wasn't anything to do with Spike or William Bloody being some sort of mass murderer. So that book, I guess, was wrong. They misinterpreted the nickname, I guess. The Watchers, I think, wrote those books, right? That Giles... Because when we first heard that, Giles was reading that from a book, and I think it was a Watcher diary. Have I got that right? It might not have been. It wasn't that long ago, was it? So I think that was a Watcher diary. I guess put 2 and 2 together and came up with 5 or something when they heard about his nickname, when they researched Spike and found out he's called William the Bloody. How they came to the conclusion that therefore he must have been a mass murderer and he killed X number of people in his life. I think that was even mentioned. So that must have been made up completely. I mean, it's a bit irresponsible for a Watcher to completely make up facts, right? Yeah. I mean, it is only a diary, but, it's for Watchers, I think. I think it's for later Watchers to read, right? Oh my god, there's so many thoughts in my head now. I'm now thinking about what happens to Giles if Buffy dies. I mean, hopefully she won't, but Spike even told her, didn't he, that they've all got a death wish and it's kind of their destiny in a way. I think that's what he's getting at, really. I mean, he would say that, but I guess they all die young, so, I mean, the odds are stacked against Buffy. I mean, maybe that's how the show ends. I can see that. Obviously, she's not gonna die this season or anything, is she? Of course she's not. So I could see that being the end of the show. It would be horrible to see it, but because I know there's no episodes after that, the show finale, if it would be the finale, well, it would be, I'm sure, if she died. So I'm thinking, would I be okay with that, actually? Not okay with it, it'd be horrible, and I don't want to see it, but the fact that we won't miss her because there's no more episode, well, we won't miss her, you know what I mean? It's not like the show will continue without her, that's what I'm trying to say. So I wouldn't mind that kind of an ending at that point, I think. I mean, I would, because it would be distressing, obviously, and I don't want to see that, but at the same time, yeah, it'd be a good ending. It'd be a fitting ending. It's feeling like that. It'd be a fitting ending, and it'd be a realistic ending as well. Because they do all do. Maybe the end will be that Faith... Well, actually, no, because if Buffy dies, there'll be another Slayer, won't there? I was going to say maybe that Faith becomes, the Slayer she'd always... Well, she becomes number one, basically, is what she wants, isn't it, Faith? Because she's kind of in Buffy's shadow. But no, there'll be, well, yeah, she could be, that could happen, because even if Buffy dies when a new Slayer comes forward, Faith would be, she would be the most experienced Slayer, wouldn't she? So yeah, that could happen. So maybe Faith gets out at some point at the end and Buffy could die or something. Maybe that's how it ends. I don't know why I make predictions, because I'm never right, but maybe that'd be a good fitting ending, actually. That I quite like an ending like that, although like I said, I wouldn't want to see Buffy die. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about now. I've gone off down a rabbit hole now. So what was I talking about? I think I was talking about Spike. What was I saying about Spike? Yeah, so yeah, the Watcher who wrote that diary entry about Spike, about William the Bloody, that he just completely got it wrong. And yeah, how irresponsible is that? It completely tricked us, the show. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm completely. I think that's possibly the biggest surprise in the whole show for me so far, because I thought he was a killer. I thought we all did, I'm sure. No one saw that coming, right? Tell me there was no clues with that, because I didn't spot any at all. I wondered why Spike was so likable, actually, because I've liked him, even though he's like a demon, obviously, and you know, he's a vampire. We thought he was a killer in life. I still liked him. I mean, he's a funny character, isn't it? That's why. But I also liked him. I just liked the guy. I thought it was because I liked the actor. I just like the actor, you know. I just like him. It's funny because I've kind of done a complete 180 with this. When I first saw Spike, I wasn't sure about him. I think it was the accent. His accent's improved. It's still dodgy, but it's fine. The fact that he's travelled the world, I can put it down to that. It's fine. I think I've just gotten used to it, and I really like him now. He's one of... Is he my favourite character? Now, maybe now. I just really like him. And I knew deep down I liked him, but I couldn't put my finger on why. Maybe that's why. Maybe the show had that in mind from the start with him. Maybe not. I don't know. Giles is going to have a shock, isn't he? Because he was convinced, because he'd read that diary entry, right? He's going to have a shock when he finds it. Well, hang on. No one found that out, did he? Spike didn't tell... Well, no, Spike was telling Buffy the story of his life, and they were showing that. So he must have been telling Buffy that about... But Buffy didn't have anything to say about that. So you'd think she would, and you'd think she'd understand him more now. But there was none of that from Buffy. Even when she was crying, although she let him sit down next to him on the porch, I don't think that was because she understood that he understands, if you see what I mean. I think she was just in such a state there that she just thought, oh, I need somebody, and if it's Spike, then it's Spike, so be it. So although it showed that to us, I'm not sure he actually told Buffy about that part of his life. But surely the whole thing about that episode was that he was narrating the story, right, to her, and we were seeing what he was narrating. So that therefore makes me think that he did tell her. But that's weird then, that there was no kind of... Maybe there was a reaction from Buffy when it went back to the present day. Maybe there was, but I just didn't see it because it was so dark or something. Maybe there was something in her face that told us that she started to understand Spike at that point. But when she rejected him there, when he went in for the kiss, oh my God. I was so nervous that she was going to go for it, but there's still a part of me that thinks there's a part of her that might possibly indulge in that. I don't know why, but I don't know why now, because she fully rejected him. But maybe that was a denial rejection. I don't know. I kind of hope not. At the same time, now I'm kind of thinking, well, I felt so sorry for Spike in that episode, and we know what he was like in life now. And we kind of, I guess, know why he's the way he is now, because of certainly what, I guess, in his whole life, but also what happened just before he got turned by them, right, into a vampire. Then, you know, his last night as a normal human being, to be rejected in the way he was. Yeah, I guess that it was like a revenge thing almost for him, and it turned him the way he was as a vampire. Just that one event, but it's probably not just that one event. It felt like a build-up. That was like a culmination of being stamped on, kind of bullied, and yeah, underappreciated, to say the least. Yeah, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense now. Oh my God, so much of his character is making so much sense to me now. It's so good. I love what they did there. I love it. The people who make this show are so clever. I don't know if they planned this from the start with his character. I've had a comment, at least one, if not more, on YouTube. I've had a comment or comments telling me in the past, I think I've got this right, that the creator, is it Josh? I mean, it says it at the end of every episode. Is it Weldon or something? Sorry if I pronounce that incorrectly. It's even Josh, I think so. God, I hope I've got that right. I see it every time, virtually. The creator, let's say, had it in mind for him to be this big baddie, and that fans weren't buying it, and actually they quite liked him and it annoyed him or something. I've had a comment like that. So that makes me think that it wasn't planned from the start. So actually it's almost even more impressive if it wasn't, because they've changed it, haven't they? They've changed what they planned for him, and it's worked. So that's why I'm thinking maybe they had planned it from the start, because it's worked so well. It just makes so much sense. So I don't know, maybe they started to change his character. Maybe that was the whole chip idea. So we could see a different side to him when he's not in demon mode. Well, he's still in demon mode, kind of, but yeah, when he can't do the bad things that he does as a vampire. Maybe that was the idea, to get to this point, to arrive at this point where we find out that actually he was a really sweet guy in life that had been trampled on like that and rejected like that and kind of bullied like that. Yeah, that could be why they did that, right, with the chip. Could be. It's just worked so well. That's why I'm thinking, like, it's just worked so well. Who was really good in this episode as well. I'm just thinking of so many things. I'm gonna regret turning this recording off, because there's going to be so many things I forgot to talk about, because there's so much in that episode. That's what I liked about it as well, so much that it was just packed full, that episode. There wasn't even a second of dead time at all, really. It was just incredible. The gang in the cemetery, even, that was almost a dead time, but that was really funny. And yeah, I mean, it was very short time, that, wasn't it? Didn't take up a lot of the episode, although it went back again. That was really the breather we had, in a way. Yeah, and Riley blew up the vampire nest, right? So that was really funny, and that was almost like a forgotten part of the episode, but that was really funny. I like that. I thought for a second he was going to fight them on his own, like, he looked that way. He was risking it though, just walking into their lair like that, or their nest. But yeah, that's what Riley's like a little bit. He's a little bit like Buffy in that respect, isn't he? He's kind of still trying to prove himself, I guess, to himself actually, as much as to Buffy and everyone else. But didn't expect that he dropped a grenade or something. I couldn't see very well, but yeah. The funny, because the explosion wasn't a typical explosion. It looked like white light to me. That maybe it was the lights in my eyes, but maybe it was some device that an old initiative device that he still had or something. Yeah, because their guns fired like not lasers, white kind of light, looked like electricity actually. They looked like taser guns or something, but yeah, maybe that was a weapon that he kept from the initiative. maybe he's storing them while he was working there for possible events like this in the future. I don't know, but that was really good, and it wasn't even close to being an important or the biggest part of the episode at all. It was the smallest, most insignificant part of the episode. That's how good this episode was. Yeah, I just love the way it's filmed though. I love that. I love when you go back in time anyway, but when you switch from one to the other and the way they did it, the transitions, incredible, absolutely incredible. I just love that kind of thing, and it was perfect. They executed it so well. So how many huge things did we have in this episode? We have Joyce now potentially, I'm thinking of kind of a brain tumor situation, terminal. That's what I'm thinking. It's kind of, because it's been going on so long that I thought it was just going to pass because it was to do with tricking us into thinking Dawn was doing something to her, which it was as well. But now I'm thinking, because it's still going on and she's got a hospital appointment with it, and it's bigger than we imagined it was, and it's going to be something really bad. So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of terminal illness. My goodness. So yeah, I mean, that even wasn't the biggest part of the episode, was it? But it kind of was in a way, because that's how it ended, right? That's kind of how it ended. Well, that's definitely how it ended. Buffy distraught over that, and Spike, consoling her, even though he wasn't sure, or he didn't know at all what he was consoling her about. But what impressed me so much about that scene as well, that it was so human, wasn't it? It was so human. It was like Spike literally had, in that moment, regressed back to his life, right? And how he was, and he just empathized with Buffy there so much. And not saying anything was perfect. Just sitting with her and just being there with her was perfect. That was the most human thing about that he just stayed with her like that. But the weird thing is, he's still got the demon in him. It's not like he doesn't have the demon in him anymore. And he doesn't have a soul. He doesn't have a soul, and he's got the demon inside him. So how is a demon like that capable, chip or no chip? Because that's just to stop him hurting people. He still wants to. Not sure he wants to do with Buffy anymore, but he still would with anyone else, right? So it's hard to understand how a soulless demon could have that moment. But it's not hard to understand how Spike or William the Bloody. I know that personality traits from when they're alive, obviously we've learned that multiple times now, go with them when they become vampires. I get that, but yeah, the empathy thing, I didn't think they were capable. But Spike is. So he's, in a way, he's the most special vampire, even more special than Angel in a way. Because Angel has his soul, and Spike's doing this without a soul. It's incredible. I mean, it's hard. He's killed people, hasn't he? So as a vampire, I'm talking about, when I say Spike now, I'm talking about as a vampire. So Spike, I was going to say, has almost become, I don't want to say like the biggest hero of the show, but now, I guess with the chip though. But again, how does that change his empathy? How does that give him empathy? It's hard to understand that, but it has. I'll just have to let that go, I think, because without a soul, I don't think it's possible to have empathy, honestly. I mean, if a soul actually exists, I mean, in this show it does, but in real life, I mean, we refer to a soul when we talk about that kind of thing, don't we? So it's hard to even talk about this because I don't particularly believe that a soul exists. I don't really believe in that kind of thing, but in this show, let's say then. So it's hard to believe that he could empathize without a soul, but he somehow managed it, Spike. He somehow managed it. Are we going to learn more about that? Are we going to learn how that's possible and what's happened to him? Because it feels like something has just happened to him. But it's more than just the memory, I think, the triggered memory of his former life. I think it feels more than it must be. It has to be. It has to be, surely. Buffy triggered it with those words, right? The same words when he was rejected by that lady in his life. It's more than that, I think. So if it's not a soul, what is it? How is it? Are we going to find out? Maybe. It's some sort of vampire evolution. It could be. It could be. Maybe the chip's done more to them than we thought it would do, although he wasn't the only one with the chip. But he seems to be the only survivor with the chip because we haven't seen any other demons or vampires who have that same problem. I guess they all died in that facility fight. The Adam War. All the demons in the facility who had the chip, I guess they all died. I mean, they wouldn't be able to defend themselves, would they? Spike was beating on them as well, wasn't he? How did Spike survive that, by the way? Another scene I really loved was when, obviously, the fighting former Slayers. We got to see 2 new Slayers as well, 2 former Slayers. That was really good. A Chinese Slayer and someone from New York. That was really, really good. I like that. I liked seeing the other Slayers. I mean, I couldn't see the first one very well because it was so dark, like I said. But it was really nice to have a scene with them, you know. I almost feel sorry for Buffy not being able to see that. Well, Spike explained it to her, but yeah, she didn't see what we saw. Because I feel like, although she has faith and she's seen the first Slayer in her dreams, I feel like, yeah, the more she knows about former Slayers, just seeing another former Slayer would help her, you know, help her deal with being a Slayer. I mean, she's trying to find out more. Well, really, she was trying to find out how not to die. But I think she'd like to, you know, meet other Slayers other than Faith, you know, and the first Slayer in her dreams. But yeah, it's not going to be possible, is it? Of course. But yeah, it's nice for us to see it at least anyway. Yeah, so I really like those scenes. But I particularly liked Angel's reaction to finding out that Spike killed that first one. Because he'd never done that. That was incredible. Because that was jealousy. That, right, I'm not wrong there. I don't think I'm wrong. I think he was jealous. Really jealous. Especially after what he'd said to Spike in the cave in Yorkshire, right? In England. Yeah. He was like, you know, you got to be more careful. You got to be smarter. And he kind of proved him wrong. Well, not really, because that wasn't being careful or smart at all, was it? It was being reckless, really. But he did it. He killed her. And yeah, so everything Angel told him, really, Spike just kind of threw it back in his face and went and did it anyway and killed someone who Angel has never been able to, I guess. I think I got that right. I don't think Angel has. I think Spike might be the only vampire still alive, still in existence, still on the earth, who's done that. Well, 2. Yeah, so I don't think anyone else has. I think, have I got that right? I've got it in my mind that a Slayer could potentially, just like a vampire, could keep living on and on and on forever. If they don't die in a fight, do they live forever? Maybe. Well, they won't, because they have to slay and that's their job, and they will die eventually during a fight. But I'm thinking, if they got lucky, could they live like beyond a normal human life? Maybe. I might be completely wrong. Maybe that's not the case. I I don't know why I've got that in my head, but it could possibly be the case. I don't even know why I thought of that now. I think I had a point there, but I can't remember what it was. Even the beginning of this episode was amazing, that Buffy finally was badly in, I say finally, like I wanted it or something, you know what I mean? Actually turned out to get injured in a fight, and a kind of innocuous looking vampire as well. He wasn't like a, I mean, Riley dealt with him, or blew him up. Well, if he was in there, I think he was in there, right? It must have been, they must have all been in there probably. But yeah, I think he a new vampire? Well, maybe not, because that their nest was in the cemetery, right? Yeah, or their hangout was in the cemetery, so maybe I had that wrong, that we don't often see them in the cemetery, only the new one. I'm talking about like vampires that have already broken the turf, that have lived, that have existed for a little while. I don't think we often see them in the cemetery. You think they would hang out there all the time because that's where the new vampires are born, so to speak. You think they'd be there to greet them and, you know, to welcome them into the, you know, into their gang and to grow their numbers that way. We haven't really seen any of that at all, but maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's why they were there, or maybe that was just random and they were just there. Because yeah, I'm thinking, was he a brand new vampire because he was in a cemetery? That's what I was thinking at the start. But yeah, it turned out that he was part of a gang that was hanging out around there. So maybe not. But even so, he wasn't like master level or anything, but he hurt Buffy, and Buffy didn't expect that at all. So yeah, and Riley took him out, right? Riley took him out. Oh yeah, that's right. So Riley he wasn't blown up by Riley at all. Riley took him out before that. Riley staked him, I think. It's amazing that I've forgotten that, actually. That shows how much was in that episode. I've just forgotten that pretty crucial detail, really. Tells us, I guess, definitely that that vampire wasn't anything special. We assume that anyway, but yeah, I thought there was a chance, but yeah, it told us that yeah, he definitely wasn't. So yeah, Buffy just let her guard down, I guess. She got a bit confident and cocky. Did Spike say that? I think Spike said that. Yeah, she started to think she was invincible. I think he said that to her, right? I think he's right about that. She's always been like that, hasn't she? She's always been cocky and confident, but there is a line, and if you cross that from cocky, confident to like reckless and, you know, overconfident and yeah, thinking you're invincible. So that's what happens, I guess. So it's a wake-up call for Buffy. It was actually a good thing. It was a good thing in the end. It turned out that she got hurt. Yeah, so she'll learn from that, hopefully. But she's vulnerable, isn't she? That just reminds us that she is vulnerable and she's not invincible. Reminded her as well, obviously, but us as well. Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking maybe the show will end with her eventually dying, because it's almost set that up in a way. It's reminding us that actually careful here, because, you know, she is in danger. So possibly, I hope I'm wrong, because I don't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see that, but it would be a fitting ending. It would be quite a fitting ending for the show. And like I said, if Faith then came to the fore, like as the main Slayer, I mean, she's in prison now, but she's appeared in Angel, so she's still hanging around in the show, or shows. She's still around, so maybe she's going to be let out eventually somehow, or escape or something, I don't know. Don't know how that would work exactly, but maybe. Anyway, I've talked and talked and talked, and there's still millions of things to talk about this episode, and I'll regret having not talked about it, but I've got to finish this outro at some point. I loved it. I loved it. By far the best of the season, and there's been some excellent episodes this season. It's going to have to be an 11. It's up there for me. I really hope that I'm not the only one that thinks this. Surely not. That was such a good episode, and the way it's filmed was amazing. Surely this has to be someone's favourite. Surely. It's got to be up there at least, surely. I'm kind of worried now that I've overscored this, but this has to be up there with Restless for me. It has to be. Definitely. I enjoyed it as much, at least as much. I understood it a lot better. I think I did. It would probably turn out in the edit, I'll be like, fuck, I missed so many things and I didn't understand this and that. It always seemed to happen to me, that, but it wasn't as confusing, let's say, as Restless, obviously. So for that reason, I actually enjoyed it more than Restless, I think, actually. But whether it was a better episode than Restless, I'm not sure, because that Restless episode was so good. They're on a par for me. I can't separate them. It's an 11. It's an 11, definitely. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Spike now. I really am, for different reasons now. From what they've revealed about him, I can't believe it. I can't believe what they've done. It's fantastic. And yeah, hopefully they'll continue the story. Yep, that'll be episode number 8. Hopefully you'll join me for it. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. I hope you enjoyed the reaction as much as I enjoyed the episode. That's impossible, I think, but hopefully you enjoyed the reaction anyway. and hopefully you'll come back and join me for episode 8. See you then. See ya. Bye.